Shalom, this is Rabbi Jeremy Lawrence. Purim is a fun festival with a fabulous array of colourful characters. The Megillah is a tale of love and intrigue, villainy, victory, and the overthrow of a tyrant. While we boo Haman, a character presented with no redeeming features, the rest of the Megillah's cast are not as easily pigeonholed as purely heroic or purely villainous. Some sages criticized Mordechai for being unnecessarily antagonistic towards Haman in refusing to bow. Others question how he and Esther could have become involved in setting up a royal marriage to a heathen king. In the Megillah itself, Vashti is presented as a rebel against the king's authority and as a victim of his drunken whim. The Midrashim, however, present her as a cruel and sadistic mistress over her slaves, but also explain the difficult relationship between king and queen. So who is Achashverosh? King Achashverosh is the man introduced to us right at the beginning of the Megillah. It says, Vayhi bimei Achashverosh, hu Achashverosh hamolech mihodu va'ad Kush. It happened in the days of Achashverosh. This is the Achashverosh who ruled from India to Ethiopia, 127 provinces. The Midrash asks why the Megillah needs to repeat his name and clarify who he is. Rabbi Yehuda explains this is to indicate that it is the same Achashverosh whose story begins with him killing his wife on the advice of his advisor, and whose story ends with him killing his advisor on the advice of his wife. Rabbi Nehemiah suggests this is to indicate that it is the same Achashverosh whose story begins with him rejoicing in the destruction of the temple, and whose story ends with the circumstances that paved the way for return and rebuilding. The Midrash is telling us that Achashverosh is the pivotal character. We need to understand that the changes in him shape our people's destiny. So, who is Achashverosh? Achashverosh was not born to be king. He was a career soldier and was not even of noble birth. By contrast, Vashti is the granddaughter of Nebuchadnezzar, who sacked the temple, and the daughter of Belshazzar. She has royal blood. Achashverosh came to the throne through a coup and married her to secure some legitimacy. His desire that she dance at the party was a mean way of humiliating her and showing that he now had the upper hand. In the Talmud, Vashti objects and taunts him by reminding him that he was her father's stable boy. And, to add insult to injury, she says that her father was able to hold his drink a whole lot better. And now we understand better why the king is advised that Vashti must be removed from court. It's not simply the sexist concern that wives will disobey their husband. It's the fear that those loyal to the old regime will see her defiance as a call to rise up, depose the king, and restore Vashti's royal family and its followers to power. So, Achashverosh starts as weak and boorish. He is insecure, anxious to assert himself, and easily led. It is the same Achashverosh who ends our Megillah. His rule is secure, he's better advised, and he shows discernment and compassion. We all learnt at Cheder that the Megillah is about the hidden hand of God and the courage of Mordechai and Esther. As our sages explain, it's also a lesson in personal development. May we aspire to be honest as friends and true in our relationships. From humble beginnings to exultant endings, may we all live happily ever after. This is Rabbi Jeremy Lawrence wishing you all a Purim Sameach.